मैं भी बैठूँ?
Like having gone through 4 years of Ashoka myself, I feel I do really want to make this space just clearer, less confusing, and just more accessible for students out there who might be figuring it out, just like we were in school. I feel so lucky that I got to know about this liberal arts education concept in school itself, because like it's not something that a lot of students get to know about.
I've seen how passionately Lavanya talks about liberal arts and Ashoka and how these three professors changed her life, and almost being borderline unhappy about the fact that why do more people not know more about this college and this style of education?
Wanting to do this since a while,
Yeah.
and so very excited to say that we're launching Co-Spire Liberal Arts today.
Finally,
Let's
after
go.
months of deliberation,
Discussion and deliberation, bringing the same Co-Spire values of authenticity, student-centric guidance for liberal arts education to make the entire space clearer for students out there. And we're launching.
Yeah, that's true.
To kick things off, we're actually doing a conversation between me and another friend of mine who's a fourth year as well from Ashoka, Anurag. We're talking about our journeys from school all the way to end of college. Just how did we get to know about liberal arts, what made us choose Ashoka, and then what our 4 years at Ashoka have been like. So hopefully that should give people a very good overview of a liberal arts education and also what some journeys can look like. I think honestly I was just thinking about it that when I was in 11th or 12th even, if I would have gotten to hear final year students talk about their entire college journey, how they chose, like to get to hear from that perspective, I think that would be cool. So yeah, that's the broad idea of our conversation today. And I think especially for students who think they don't want to go the typical JEE NEET route, probably this would be a good conversation.
I think very interesting. My first question, Lavanya, was how did you come to this liberal arts education decision? What made the decision for you, and how did you even hear about this in the first place?
Yeah, I think honestly I didn't know that there's this term called as liberal arts education before Ashoka, or actually no, a little bit before that, but it wasn't a common term before. But yeah, I mean, I think it's been an interesting journey. Like, so in school, I liked studying, I was into academics, but I never liked the CBSE system. I didn't like the rote memorization for the exams. Like, I would enjoy my classes, but then before exams, I would be like, why do I have to memorize this? Like, why can't I just understand the concept and then think about other things?
For sure.
I think I really found it very restricting. Like, if I found a concept interesting, I couldn't explore it in depth because I had to complete the syllabus or things like those. So I think that experience really made me feel like this is not the kind of education I want in my college. I don't want it to be, again, rote memorization based. Which is why I decided I don't want to go to DU. Like, I didn't even apply to DU. And at the same time, I was also finding psychology pretty interesting. So I had psychology in 11th and 12th, and then in 11th I explored it properly. And I was under the impression at that time that psychology in India is not that developed, which especially in the way that I wanted it, the non-rote memorization way. Which is why I started looking at colleges abroad. So I was exploring colleges in the US. I was looking at the Ivy Leagues, of course. But then one thing I didn't like was the huge student population size over there. Like, there are tens of thousands of students in one college. Which to me felt like, I would rather have a tight-knit community in the college that I choose to go to. And that's when I came across this concept of liberal arts colleges, during my research for US colleges. So, I mean, I think they're similar, but one key difference is that they're smaller in size. So, there are like a few thousand students compared to tens of thousands. And also, there's a focus on more broader studies. So, you're not just, while you have a major, you're also doing a bunch of other subjects. So, liberal in that sense, you get to explore a lot of other domains, which to me sounded very cool. Because again, I think another experience I had in school was that I felt like I could make connections between different subjects. But I could not study that in school. In school it was always like siloed into buckets that, oh, you're doing math right now, then you have to do this, then you have to do that, instead of actually figuring out how things interconnect, which is how things are in the real world, right? So, yeah, that was how I got to know about liberal arts, and that really fascinated me. And then through that liberal arts research, I think I was just looking that up, and my school counselor actually, they told me about Ashoka.
Oh, wow.
And when I got to know that, oh, there's a liberal arts education in India,
Yeah.
I think that like I was sold there that, oh, I can get the kind of education I want while still staying in India without having to pay the hefty fees that a US college demands. Yeah, so that had been my journey.
See, I had a similar but a different experience in the sense that when I was in 11th and 12th, I had like weird phases. I don't know, like there was a phase of mine when I was liking almost everything that I was being taught.
Yeah.
For example, I was studying computer science and I was like, oh wow, science sounds like such an interesting field, such like a booming field. So I should probably study that in college. Then I was studying physics, chemistry, and that also somehow was just like very interesting.
Damn,
and
I
was like,
can't relate at all.
and I was like,
don't know, how
probably
do
I
you
want to
like-
do that in college.
Yeah.
So I think summing that up, for me also, college was in a sense like liberal arts or college like Ashoka was in a sense a result of the fact that I wasn't really sure what I want to do, like what I want to study. Because for me that wasn't an easy choice. Like for me, I didn't want to just do anything that's out there. I wanted to do something that's really interesting, and at the same time I resonate with what I study. I like what I study. So yeah, like that's how I learned about Ashoka. I learned about that, like yeah, like from my seniors, some people in my school only had been in Ashoka, and they told me that yeah, Ashoka University provides this education where you don't even have to declare your major.
Yeah.
So that was really fascinating.
Yeah, I
That
think
brings
that
me-
idea. I think that idea of not having to, declare that okay, this is what I want to study right
Yeah.
after school. That is interesting because even for me, even though I knew I liked psychology, I think I hadn't explored that much to be like, oh yeah, I know I want to build a career in this space for sure. So like the idea of committing to that
Yeah.
and being like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do for my life. That felt a little scary. Like, how am I supposed to do that? So even this idea where in Ashoka you don't have to declare your major when you get in, like you
Yeah.
just get in as everyone comes in as an undecided major,
Yeah.
and then I think in your second year you share that yeah, this is what I want to do. I really like that idea because like the school system does not give you that kind of exposure
Fair
for
enough.
you to actually commit to a subject or discipline right after. So yeah, there should be a college which allows you to
Yeah.
sort of explore. Yeah.
Fair enough. That brings me to my next question, Lavanya, which was more or less around what all other colleges did you consider when you were making this choice for yourself? Like, for example, there'll be multiple other colleges also, because like you knew that liberal arts is the field for you, but how come Ashoka?
Yeah, so actually, I mean, like I was sharing, I was applying to US colleges.
Yeah.
So I only applied to liberal arts colleges there. Like I did
Yeah.
not, obviously my initial plan was to do Ivy Leagues, but like I shared, the big college, student population thing was a big thing for me. So I ended up applying to liberal arts colleges abroad. And I got into my top preference college there.
Yeah.
But then I got to know about Ashoka,
Oh, wow.
after that. So then I was like, bro, if I can get the same education
Yeah.
here, then why do I want to pay like 4x or like 5x the amount?
Fair enough.
So yeah, in India, I was very clear that this is the college I want to go to.
Oh, wow.
I didn't apply to DU. I didn't even give CUET, even though like I had a decent percentage in board exams. But yeah, I think like that's what sold me that if I can get this kind of exploration, this kind of exposure in India, then this is the college I want to go to.
Yeah, makes sense.
And actually, another factor for me to decide Ashoka, which I mean might sound a little, I don't know how it'll sound, but was the application process itself.
Oh, wow.
Like when I did the application process, I loved the fact that I had a space to talk about, the books I had read,
Yeah.
the sports I had played, and just the extracurricular stuff I had done. And then the essay section, right? Like I love talking about these are the kind of ideas that
Yeah.
I love or that have influenced me in life. I think a college application really tells you about the college as well.
Yeah.
So to see that Ashoka was valuing me for the kind of person I was, not just for the marks that I had gotten in some test that was based on rote memorization. I think I really like that.
Wow, I think that's the first time I think our users would also probably face this, that an application process might be a reason for a person to apply, like one of the reasons for a person to apply to a college.
I think we should talk about the application process
Huh.
actually, because even though it is different and you're not giving your typical exams and you're not being compared on the basis of some score, I think it's not that straightforward and probably makes it a little difficult because of that, because it's so new for us, you know, especially for those of us coming from CBSE school systems or even otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, it's a new concept for India that, oh, you're going to write about the ideas that have influenced your life, or just, you know, reflect on your own life and your own self. Honestly, I enjoyed the entire application process, but
Yeah.
you know, like I was saying, it's not a common thing for us to, when you're applying to Indian colleges, to have this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so, you know, because it's not a conventional process, I got help from my school counselors,
Wow.
and that was very helpful. I don't think I would have been able to do the process that properly without my school counselor's help, because just, you know, even the aptitude test, even though it's simple, you do require some prep there, and then there's the on-the-spot essay, which honestly was a little daunting for me, that
Yeah.
oh, what do you mean I don't know the topic before writing the essay?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was also one big part for my application. Yeah.
And then, say now the application is done. Lavanya is finally into Ashoka University.
Yeah.
How is that experience for you? Like now you've gotten to a university, you really wanted to, like you wanted this type of education for yourself. You wanted to learn and just apply to Ashoka University. So like, how was that experience?
I think that's interesting. So I would say, like when I just got in, it was like a bombardment of so many things. Like if you remember during orientation week, it's like every single day there were like 3 different sessions happening.
Yeah.
You know, like I was doing a theater workshop. I didn't know what like theater even was. I did a theater workshop. I did some sports thing. I think I attended some poetry thing. And like all over the place, and all in the span of like 2-3 days.
Yeah.
So some 10 different things happening, which was very exciting. You know,
Yeah.
this is what you think when you think
Yeah.
college. But at the same time, it was a little overwhelming because it was like a complete shift. Like it's a residential campus, so like you're staying here, you're away from home, away from family. And so it was a little overwhelming. Of course, there was a lot of figuring out. I think one thing that totally lived up to my expectations, or actually exceeded my expectations, was the academics. Like I loved my first year courses.
Wow.
So I mean, just for context, in our first semester, we only do something called foundational courses, which are like, there are 9 FCs that everyone is supposed to do throughout their degree. And in your first sem, you do 4 FCs. They're basically courses across disciplines. So you'll have like EVS, science, maths, literature, critical thinking. There's a lot of, you
maths, some
diverse.
mathematics called QRMT. So
Yeah.
that's like quantitative reasoning and mathematical thinking.
Yeah, they have some very
Yeah, so
fancy
very
names.
fancy names.
But yeah, I mean, I just had FCs, right? I was not
Yeah.
doing anything related to psychology. Even then, I loved my courses. I think I had very competent professors.
Oh, wow.
Like, I had great books, Literature and the World, Critical Thinking, and Science, which
Yeah.
are like very diverse, right? But I think it really opened me up to very new ways of thinking.
Right.
I was reading so many kind of texts which I would never would have read otherwise. Like I wouldn't have known about them without the courses. So yeah, education wise, I think academics wise, it really exceeded my expectations. And culturally also, like I was saying, it was very active. There were a lot of things happening all the time. Socially, I would say it was a bit challenging because, you know, it was like I was saying, a big shift for me, and I was feeling a little like, oh, are these the kind of people I want to be around? Everyone seemed extremely smart. Everyone seemed like they had done so much. So there was like that, a little bit of, you know,
I think
just
that
imposter
definitely,
syndrome,
yeah.
sort of questioning, have I done enough in life to be here, sort of
Yeah.
thing. And just culturally also, you know, it takes time to find your people.
For
So that was one factor. But I would say that looking back as a final year, even though first sem was difficult, I think I'm happy about that, because part of the college journey is that, you know, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So things are meant to be challenging.
I think I also experienced a very similar thing. I also had that imposter syndrome. When I joined my first semester, I think I was also a bit late to college. I joined after, say, 2 weeks were almost
okay.
done for you guys.
Okay.
So when I joined, almost like, say, the friend groups were somewhat
Already formed,
created.
yeah.
My first class, where it was an FC only, it was a foundational course from from an EPS professor. It was a political science course. And I joined that class, and I remember it was like people were entering class at any time. professors wasn't making sure that
Yeah.
okay, yeah, they make sure that okay, yeah, students enter at this time.
Yeah, people were
Then
getting like
people were leaving
drinks
class,
and food
they were getting
in
food
class.
inside,
Yeah.
and it was also normalized because it was their third week, so it was normalized for everybody. But for me, I was still like, oh shit, what is happening?
Yeah.
How can like people just enter and exit according to their own will?
Yeah.
So I think that was really cool, and at the same time like very overwhelming. I also felt like students around me, they were all so smart. People were talking about things that I would have never imagined in like a CBSE school setting.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, like people were talking about academic stuff and actually being passionate
So,
about it. You know,
yeah.
like that's such a new concept.
that's a very
Yeah,
new concept.
yeah.
How was your journey, say, after your first semester? What all did you do on campus? Say anything exciting, anything that you built or in your courses, or you designed something that you
Yeah.
know you were really proud of, or some sort of things that you might want to change now?
Damn, that's a big question. I think one big thing has definitely been the kind of people I've got to meet.
For sure.
And again, that's been, you know, because of the college. One is, of course, the kind of professors we have. And of course, you know, you get to build good relationships with your professors because you're like, you know, day in, day out, you're seeing them being on a residential campus, you bump into them during meals or at the dhaba or, you know, stuff like that. So even outside of courses, there are those interactions. So that's been one big thing for me, honestly. Like I got my second year internship at the Punjab government through my
Oh, yeah.
professor. So that, and outside of professors as well, I think there are so many school sessions that happen on campus. You know, so many founders coming,
Yeah.
so many cool big corporate people also, like arts people also. So like people from all across domains. So getting to hear all of those different perspectives, I think just, of course, you get to, you know, build those relationships with people, but also that in turn really shapes your thinking in so many different ways, right? I don't think I like the many dimensions that have opened up for me in terms of how I'm able to think. I think I didn't have half of those before I started my college journey. So that those two things I think have definitely been a big part when I look back. A related thing is also just real world exposure.
Yeah.
You know, I think so. Like we get what 3 months of summer break.
Yeah.
But it's not a break. I mean, everyone's doing internships and projects and working under professors and whatnot. But that's so cool. You know, it's like you study in classes for whatever half of your year, and then you're actually out in the field working with real organizations, solving real problems. So you get to apply those concepts and then again bring that back into the classroom. So I've really liked that balance. And yeah, just that real world exposure has also been a big part of college for me.
For sure. I think very similar for me in the sense that when I started, the center of entrepreneurship was, I think,
yeah.
a big home for me. I built like, say, crazy startups, like whatever ideas I used to get. I think these people have been really supportive. I used to just go there, sit after 5 o'clock. That room used to be mine. I used to just like build
That's such a
stuff.
cool room as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to just sit there, build stuff, build websites and whatnot for like startups, and sometimes I also used to like try my crazy ideas.
Subtle flex.
No, but yeah, like I think it's a good way for me to also explore so many options through that, because like yeah, a college can provide you so many options, but after that it's all upon how much you can explore yourself, how much you can go into, say, multiple departments, just like knock any professor's door, any department's door, and then yeah, you can
Yeah, like the approachability has definitely been a
sure.
big thing.
Is there, say, some advice that you would want to give to your 12th grade self? Like something that you'd want to tell Lavanya in 12th grade?
Yeah, no, that's an interesting question. I mean, of course, you know, there's a lot that, of course, I've learned over these 4 years. So there's a lot that I would want to tell myself at that time.
Yeah.
I think one major thing would be just to say that, you know, that it's okay to be confused. Like, it's
Yeah.
part of the process.
That
In
is
fact,
very true,
it's
yeah.
good if you're confused. Like, it shows that you're actually trying to figure things out and trying to actually think about what is it that interests you, what is it that you want to do. And also that everyone else is just as confused as you are.
Yeah.
I think even though, like, being at Ashoka really tells you that, you know, that everyone is figuring it out. And
Yeah.
that's okay. So yeah, you know, to not be afraid of confusions. And actually, I think flowing from that, I would say to try your best to stay authentic. I know it might sound a little cliche, but
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that Ashoka really sort of ingrains in you, that
Yeah.
because of all the resources we get and all the explorations that we get to do, I think it allows you to stay authentic to your interests, to your even to your confusions.
For sure.
That that it's okay. I will figure it out, but I'll be honest about this is what I feel confused about. I feel confused between this major, and this third major.
Yeah.
But I will do all three and I'll figure it out. I think staying honest to your interests, to what's really exciting you, that would be another thing. Yeah, and then maybe just socially, because with college, that's also a big part of your life.
Yeah.
I would say it might feel like everyone around you has already found their circle, like you were saying,
Yeah.
But again, I would say with that also that it's okay to give it time and, to not feel like, oh, I need to have found my people right after getting into college. It's okay to give it time and to trust the process that, eventually you would find your people. Yeah, those are the advice I would give my 12th grade self. But I mean, I think that's like also specific to me. But in general, I mean, to whoever's watching this, if you're thinking of applying to Ashoka, I think like Anurag was sharing before, we've created a WhatsApp community for students who are thinking of applying to Ashoka and other similar colleges. I think, because we've both seen how much Ashoka has given to us in these 4 years, how transformative it has been. I think we really want to, if there's any way we can sort of help other students like us, guide them throughout the process and just give back in whatever way possible, we really want to do that.
Yeah.
So I think the link's in the description and we would be helping out with the application process, guiding you through that. So feel free to join that if you're thinking of applying.
Perfect. Anything else, Lavanya?
No, I think we've covered quite a bit. We've been yapping for very long. But no, very, very good conversation. I think I reflected quite a bit.
Right. Great.
Yeah.
Thank
Good,
you,
I think.
Lavanya. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.